Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is another review for, actually, it's not another. Housewives of Atlanta is back. This first episode, this premiere episode gave us nothing. And so I can really just go off the top of my head. We ain't gonna go in detail, in order, none of that. Not for this one, that is. We got a whole lot of Porsha Luther King. We got a whole lot of COVID and more mess we've already seen and heard. They are making us relive the George Floyd situation, the Breyona Taylor protest. They're making us relive it all as if we didn't just live this a few months ago. Like they could have been filming anything else. I should have known the Bravo cameras was down in Ferguson. I should have known when Porsha got arrested that was going to be on the show. I should have known all of that. Anyway, Porsha Luther King is out being an activist, and I love to see it. I love to see it. I just don't want to see it weekly. Don't give me that weekly. This cannot be her entire story. And it seems as if we're running out of stories for these women. It seems as if these ladies have exhausted every possible storyline they could have, and now we just, recycling stuff. I don't know. Cynthia has Marlo and Kandi over. Whatever. It wasn't. This episode gave nothing. It really did. It gave nothing. For the most part, Porsha was she was in Ferguson for the most part, protesting, marching. We saw that. Cynthia and Mike, they had a bit of a spat on this episode. Not a spat, but he tried to manipulate her a little bit. Because of COVID, they were telling her that she could only have 50 people. She invited 250 guests, and so she's, worried about that. He's like, oh, that's fine. That means should we even have it at all? We can get married on that day and come back and do a ceremony later. She don't want that. She want the whole spill, because the first time around, Mama and her sister was playing keep away with her marriage license. Peter turned out to be exactly who they thought he was, and so she wants to do it over and do it up the exact same way, or better, I should say. And he's like, do you want the marriage? You need to make a decision. Do you want the marriage or do you want a wedding? I'm getting both. What you mean? I ain't like that. I didn't like that at all, because it really ain't that deep. It really ain't that serious for him to be trying to flip things and throw ultimatums out there and make it seem like she needs to choose between him or a wedding. Relax, Mike. Relax. Kenya. Oh, Kenya. I wish I could say I feel sorry for her, but I don't. She's just been a terrible person. For the past, as long as she's been on this show, she has been the worst. And so now you're going through, aren't you? That's how sowing and reaping goes. That's how it goes. You reap what you sow. You sow bad seeds, you're going to reap the harvest of those bad seeds. And that's exactly what she's doing. Reaping the harvest. She's reaping the harvest God promised her. You reaping that, and you're going to have to just deal, Kenya. I don't like to see no woman, especially a black woman, going through. But this particular black woman deserves what she's getting. Period. Are we going to relish in it? No. Is that the word? Yeah. Are we going to just, sit in it and, stew and, gloat? No, we're not going to do that. But I am going to recognize that it's happening, and it's happening for a reason. And you'll get through it. Just like everybody else did. You'll get through it. And she need to go on and just drop him and just move on with her life. Because, please, what are you holding on to? He doesn't care. He doesn't want the marriage. So go on about your business, lady. Cut your losses and find somebody else. Or don't find somebody else. I don't know. But either way, she got to pick herself up from him. She cannot be, I don't want to see this. Like, as much as I don't really care for Kenya, her antics on the show makes the show, you know, like, it makes it worth watching. Gives us the drama that we're watching, that we're here to see. So hopefully Kenya can pick it back up. I mean, the quarantine, the pandemic got sis gaining 30 pounds. I mean, listen, I feel like we all gain weight during this pandemic. I know I have. I ain't weigh myself though. And who doing that? I can see it. I don't need to know the number, but I can see that the weight, you know, came upon me. What else was going on? I didn't even take notes because that's how you know, uneventful the episode was. Kandi, more of the same. Another restaurant. I mean, thank you for giving the South Side a steakhouse, because these people, these franchises, these big businesses be feeling like they don't need to come down to the South Side. Like, we want a Maggiano's in Riverdale. We want a Chops in Union City. I'm being facetious, but still, we really do. We want the nice restaurants over here on the South Side, just like they are on the North Side of Atlanta. And they loved it. I mean, they got all the restaurants on the North Side, the Cumberland area, Cobb County, the downtown area, Midtown, Bucket, all of that. They got all. If you want to eat, go up that way. Don't come down to the South unless you're gonna be in College Park or, you know, East Point. You know, Main Street got a strip of nice places for you. The parking isn't good. Like, and this is completely off topic, but have y'all ever been to Milk and Honey, the one on Main Street in College Park? If you have, there is parking. Like, there's a public parking lot, but there is no parking in front of those establishments that have such high traffic. That place and Noodle and Hattie Mae's barbecue. Like, come on, y'all got to get. I want y'all to get a building, you know, with a parking lot, instead of getting this little storefront and you got to drive around the block 11 times to find you a parking spot. Let me get off the soapbox, but still saying all that to say, thank you, Kandi, for giving us a steak house on the South Side. So she doing more of the same, opening up restaurants, businesses, whatever, what have you. I don't like this whole child support storyline with Block. Like, why are we talking about Block again? Girl, you don't need no child support. You're not needy. Like, you don't need no financial help from that man. So, please, and I know it's for the child, but she don't need no financial support from him. She hasn't been getting it. You've been giving it. She don't need it from him. I guess she's saying, now I'm going to college. It's your turn. But, baby girl, he's never been that dad. So he's not going to just up and be that dad for you. He's not. We're also not just going to breeze by Riley's new nose. I don't like it. I don't like the new nose. It's very, I don't know. It ain't even giving me Michael Jackson tease. It's just, I don't know. I don't like it. And she didn't need to do it, which is more upsetting. It's like, what, Kandi? You let that girl. And not to parent shame. Not to parent shame at all. Eden just ain't getting no nose job. You 25 making your own coin, doing whatever, cool, whatever. I'm going to still be disappointed that you altered your face. But at 16 and 17, TJ! The fuck? Anyway, at 16 and 17 years old, I'm just not. Because now I'm gonna have to sit you down, girl. What's wrong? Let's talk. You don't like your nose? God made it that way. It's beautiful. You're beautiful. That's your Negro nostrils that you tearing up and messing up. Don't do it, kids. Black girls, love yourself, okay? Love your full lips. Love your full nose. However wide, however small, love it. Love yourself, okay? Please, because Riley look a fool. She look a fool. She going to NYU. She gonna be a lawyer. We talked about that. Like, it's really more of the same from all of them. Like, nobody's giving us nothing, really, right now. We got a new girl, Drew Sidora. And I didn't even know, like, that was her name. Like, when she was on the game, I thought that was a made-up name. Like, you know, like one of the characters' name. Like, Melanie is not her name. Her name is Tia Mowry. But I really thought that lady, that was her name. That's her real name, Drew Sidora. And I didn't even know her to be like somebody back then. So it's like, who is she to be using her real stage name on this show? Like, I don't get it. Anyway, Drew Sidora will be there. I'm assuming we'll see her next week. The trailer gave nothing. It looks like this season is going to be about Porsha Luther King and Porsha Luther King, you know, and her, you know, tryst at the bachelorette party with Tanya. And I'm just going to, before we even get there, they said they did that. They did that shit. I believe it. I believe it 1,000%. I ain't judging. Don't even really care. Like, listen, where's the footage? That's my question. Where is the footage I'm trying to see? But yeah, Tanya and Porsha had a little tryst with a stripper from the bachelorette party. And that's what we give in this whole season. They probably gonna, you know, tease us with it all season until the last few episodes. And it's always like 20 of them. So I really can't do 19 whole episodes about Porsha Luther King and Cynthia arguing with Mike over a wedding that is gonna happen because we already saw it go down. That's what makes this stuff worse. That's what makes it worse when stuff plays out in real time and then that's what they recorded, and so they throw it back at us. It's like, we saw that. We know this. We was there. I don't want to do this. Anyway, y'all, I really can't even give y'all no more because that's all I got. Like, it really wasn't giving nothing. But hopefully next week, I don't know, we can talk about something else. I really, please don't Porsha Luther King me all season. And I love Porsha, and I'm so proud of her for doing this. Like, thank you. We appreciate you. We honor you. All of that, because you are sacrificing yourself for the cause, for the culture. We here for that. But I don't want to see it. All these weeks, I don't want to see it. Maybe give it to us like maybe the first 2 episodes. Like, next week, we can still be in Ferguson. That's cool. But at some point during that episode, I need her to come on back to Atlanta so we can get into some tea. All right, y'all. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.